Hey everyone, it's Ben. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. Today's video is going to be my review of the new film, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I talked about it a couple days ago that I was trying to finish the book before the movie came out. I did not finish the book, just some things happened this week. Was not able to finish the novel, but I am going to finish the novel. And I saw the film today. I saw it in 3D. Really excited to talk about it, so stay tuned for my review. The film Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter was directed by Timur Bekmambetov. The screenwriter was actually the gentleman who wrote the novel, which is Seth Grahame-Smith. The film stars Benjamin Walker as Abraham Lincoln. Also features Dominic Cooper as Henry Sturgis, Anthony Mackie as Will Johnson, Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Mary Todd Lincoln, and Rufus Sewell as Adam. Now, pretty much what the movie deals with, without giving too much away, is that it deals with our 16th president, Mr. Abraham Lincoln, and his fighting the undead. What the book and the movie do is they kind of interweave the vampire lore and into Mr. Abraham Lincoln's real life. So you have the Civil War, the Underground Railroad, Emancipation Proclamation, his turn as president, things that happened in his life like the death of his mother, that are all related to vampires, and within that, his fighting the undead. Now, I've heard a lot of things about people's reactions to this film when it was coming out. Now, that's again going back to my rant from a couple days ago. People saying that, oh, Hollywood's running out of ideas, that it's stupid, it's sacrilegious to make a mockery of the slave movement and things like that. And I like I said in my rant, I was just like, it's a movie. It's been the book has been out for a number of years. It's like it's a source material. It was written, and a lot of people love the book. And the same guy that wrote the book wrote the screenplay. So to talk about it like it was something that was just thrown together was just absurd. If people would just do their research, they'd realize that it was a novel in existence, and that the same guy that wrote the book wrote the screenplay. Now, I had a great time with this film. I don't want to give too many spoilers away for people who haven't read the book or seen the movie, but the movie is taken 100% serious. It's not a spoof, which I'm glad that they didn't do. A lot of people were saying with the concept and the title, it should be silly. There should be, a lot of winks and gags and things like that. That would have made the movie maybe more, in some people's perceptions, fun. For me, I think that would have taken me out of it. I like the fact that it was treated with seriousness. Everything that happens in the film, with the exception of the vampire situations, is taken from real, actual events. Like I said, the Civil War, Underground Railroad, things like that. They are used in the film, and the vampire folklore is worked around them. Just sort of inserted into those real events. And I think if it would have been taken like a spoof or something goofy with a lot of over-the-top dialogue or maybe funny situations, I don't think it would have worked as well. And I'm glad that the filmmakers decided to keep it serious. Now, I saw the film in 3D, and I do think the 3D is amazing in this film. There's some great visuals with the vampires, particularly their eyes. It's almost like their eyes are in 3D. It's like you see this cool effect where their eyes change, and the way that they come out of the fog and change in terms of, metamorphosizing from a normal-looking person into a vampire. I thought that was great. There was some really scary moments, some great gore effects. I thought Benjamin Walker as Abraham Lincoln was amazing. The shots of him, especially when he's the older Lincoln as president, he looks just like Lincoln with the beard and just the makeup that they used on him. He did a great job in the film. Just was amazing to watch him, and I've never really seen him in anything else. I think he played a younger version of Liam Neeson's character Kinsey in that film, and he looks like a young Liam Neeson, but he did a great job of playing Abraham Lincoln in this film. I was very much impressed with him. Some of the other characters I really enjoyed Dominic Cooper, who I think is a great character actor. He played Howard Stark in Captain America. He was also in The Devil's Double. I loved him as Henry Sturgis. Just he was really just commanded the screen every time he was on it. And then Anthony Mackie, who I've liked in films like 8 Mile and Adjustment Bureau, he was great as Will Johnson. And then, of course, you have the beautiful Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I loved in the Thing prequel, which I think was very underrated, and Final Destination 3 and Live Free or Die Hard. She was great as Mary Todd Lincoln. Just her and Benjamin Walker as Abraham Lincoln had great chemistry. Really enjoyed their interactions together. And then Rufus Sewell as Adam. I've seen him in other things, but I can't think about them right what I've seen him before, but he was great as the main nemesis, Adam. Just did a great job in the film. Now, as far as the action goes, the action in this film was insane. And similar to what you saw in the film Wanted, it's very over the top, very choreographed, very slow-mo effects, especially, Abraham Lincoln is using an axe as his main weapon against the vampires. And some of the action scenes are him, using the axe against them. But the way that it's choreographed is that, it has that slow down effect. So when he swings in, it's like slowing, and then the action happens from there. But I loved that, and I think it worked really well with this, and it's in the vein of what the director has done with the film Wanted. I haven't seen his other films, but in Wanted he had that very kind of slow down action effect, and it works really well here. I mean, there's a great action set piece at this plantation. That scene was awesome, and then also there's this action scene that takes place on top of a train, a moving train, and I think that was just amazing. So great job on the action. I mean, really brought you into the scene. The one final thing I'll talk about is the vampires themselves. I thought they were very menacing, very scary in certain scenes. They did a great job on the makeup effect, like I said, with their eyes and some of the 3D images that I saw. And it was nice to see scary vampire film again. Like I said last year with Fright Night, it's like I know that was a remake, but it's nice to see something different. I'm anxiously waiting for there to be more scary vampire films instead of films that are kind of in the Twilight vibe. They're in their place, that's fine. People like them, that's fine. But I want to see something with scary vampires, going back to what I liked as a kid. And just this type of movie and the way the vampires were portrayed, those are the kinds of vampire portrayals that I am drawn to when I go see a movie about them. So yes, I loved Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I'd give it 10 out of 10. Probably my favorite film this summer next to The Avengers. I just really loved it. It was everything I wanted it to be. I'm upset at myself that I didn't finish the novel before I seen the film, so I can't really, completely say, how much better it was in the movie than the book. I know that there were some differences just based on what I've read so far, but I expect that in a literal translation. I don't expect it to be 100% like the source material. But yeah, I love the film. Really excited to probably see it again. And if you guys are going to go check it out, see it in 3D because it's definitely worth it. So that is my review of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I really hope people go and check it out. I think it's definitely something fun and different to go see this summer at the movies. And I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this. Thanks a lot.